Hi, Brian. Hello, Dr. Fungia. Is that how you say the name?
Yes.
So glad to have you on here. So glad to have you. Where are you based out of?
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, great. I'm glad to have you on here and just joining us. And you are already signing onto a meeting and early. I'm glad that shows drive and passion. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Same thing.
Hey, Daisy, welcome. Let me tell the partners, get on, please. We are starting. Welcome, Pastor Brian. Welcome, Shafay. Okay. We're gonna try to get this meeting wrapped up by 6:50, so we could close and reopen so that we have a new recording for this since we record everything. Okay. So far we have 7 people on. Patients, welcome. All right, we're just going to trickle and let a few more people get in. Felix, welcome. Thank you. All right, sorry. I was talking and my mic was muted. Sorry. Thank you, Claudine. But we're going to go ahead and start. But before we do, can everybody identify themselves? I see a Zoom user. I want to know who the Zoom user is, and then also Marcus Singleton. I'd like to know who you are because this meeting is for Unicity partners and you may be on here. I just don't recognize the name Marcus Singleton as a partner in our organization. This you may be on here a little bit early. The science meeting is going to be taking place 1 hour from now. So
okay, yeah. So I am on early. I'll get off and see you back on that
in 1 hour,
hour.
at the top
Okay.
of the hour. Thank you, thank
Oh,
you,
thank you.
thank you. No problem. Um, who is the Zoom user? Please, can we identify the person who is the Zoom user so we make sure that you're on here appropriately? If you're the Zoom user, please identify yourself.
Oh, okay. That was me. I didn't know.
Who's that?
It's Tina.
Tina. Okay. All right,
Yes.
Tina. Is there? Okay. Okay. Great. I just want to make sure that those of us who are on here, we're actually partners and not people who should not be. Okay. Thank you very much. So, thank you guys so much for coming on today, short notice. What I'd like to do is for us to be able to end this meeting by maybe 6:45, latest 6:50, so that we could end the call and resume the next session so that it could be recorded. The reason why we call this meeting today is to cast a vision and to cast a way forward. So we just came back from the convention and from the cruise a few days ago. And for those of us who are in the convention and the cruise, we want to debrief a little bit and just cast a vision forward. While we were in the convention, we saw the possibility of what Unicity can do. We have seen the lives of people that have changed and changed radically, and it gave us a motivation and fire in our belly that we need to come back and lift up our team to say what the possibility is. So I wanted to call this meeting. We decided to call this meeting, so as to cast a vision forward. So I first want to say I am glad to have everybody who is on this team. You guys joined this team because you were joining a WARTI course to try to build something. And there are two things here that we're trying to build. We're trying to change the lives of people, the health of people, in ways that our modern medicine cannot change. Make people truly reclaim their health. Another thing that we are trying to do is we are not only trying to change the health of people, we're trying to change the financial wealth of people. If imagine if money was not a thing. If there's something in your mind that you wanted to do, that you can do, and money was not the obstacle, what will that be? Will that be erect an orphanage? Will that be give to charity? Will that be just whatever it is? Will that be travel limitedly to, all across America? Just imagine if there's something that you love to do or you wanted to do and money was not the limitation. You have no limitation of money. What will you do? And so we came up from the convention seeing the possibility that Unicity gives us, not only to change the lives of people, their health, but to change the welfare, the financial welfare of people forever. And so we want to cast this vision. You see, we saw very ordinary people in the convention, people as ordinary as you and I. And one of the stories that struck out to me so much was the story of Vista, who is a Puerto Rican lady a lady from Puerto Rico. She may be about 40 years old, if I would say about my age, right? And if they told you that, look, that lady Vista is a millionaire, you're gonna be like, no, she doesn't look like a millionaire at all. But this lady makes about 15 to 17 million dollars a year just with Unicity, the network that she has built and created because of the lives that she's changing and dare to believe. So when I looked at that lady and Shefe or Festus or those of us who were there, like, this lady doesn't look any different from us. But it is because that she saw the vision, she dared to dream, and she dared to be able to say, I am going to build a network that's going to help me to be able to achieve this. And I heard somebody say on the boat that, the best time to plant a tree, there's an old Chinese proverb that says that the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. Now, you and I, we cannot do anything about 20 years ago. 20 years ago is gone. So Vista, who is a crown diamond, and makes 15 to 17 million dollars a year. She's been in Unicity since 2017. So she has gone and laid down the foundation, and she's a millionaire, an ordinary millionaire now, changing people's lives with good deeds that she's doing, because money means nothing to her anymore. But we are talking about her today because, figuratively, 20 years ago, she planted the tree. So you and I, when the Chinese says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, there's nothing you and I can do about 20 years ago. 20 years ago is gone. But the second best time to plant a tree, according to that same Chinese proverb, is now. So if I were to plant a tree now, or you were to plant a tree now, or Festus was to plant a tree now, or Shefe was to plant a tree now, or Pastor Brian was to plant a tree now, you name it, and you water the tree 8 years from now, 10 years from now, somebody is going to be talking about, oh, you see Festus, this is what Festus has been able to do because you planted the tree now. Or look at Dr. Dieter, this is what Dr. Dieter has been able to do because we planted the tree now. So I want to invite you guys to dare to believe and dare to dream, to plant your tree now so that 10 years from today, somebody is going to be talking about you. See, I have been a hospitalist for 11 years, working in the hospital. I wish I knew what I knew 11 years ago. I would have planted my tree 11 years ago, but I can't do anything about that. But now I know that there is a vision going forward with what Unicity has. And so I bring a message to say that the possibility of unicity is twofold: changing the lives of people and having them reclaim their health in a way that could never be reclaimed. And number two, giving you the opportunity to build, to make wealth in such a way that if you could influence the lives of people. If charity is something you want to do, money will not be a limitation. So that's my encouragement to you guys, that you should dare to believe. I want us to cast a vision where we are planting our tree now and grow this network, grow this possibility. I look at us, most of us on here as partners are from Africa. This product is not available in most of Africa. It's available in 4 countries in Africa: Kenya, South Africa, Morocco, and Egypt. Imagine if we were the pioneers to be able to take this product to Africa. You think about Nigeria with a population of 220 people. Imagine being the first to be able to take it to West Africa, Central Africa. You become the pioneer. It's a difference between a million and a billion. And it's not just about money, but think about the lives that you're going to change. So the potentials are out there. You are ordinary, but you can do something extraordinary. So to that effect, I want to say that there's certain things that those of us who went on the cruise, having been exposed, came up with certain ideas on how we could move our team. Our desire is to help each other grow so that we could meet our potential. If you we could realize your dream. If your dream is for money to mean nothing to you, to give $100,000 to charity every month, that can be made possible by building this network, by planting this tree now. So there are certain things that I want our organization to do going forward that is going to help us to grow. And I will state those things. And then we can have little discussions about them. The very first thing is that we need to have sometimes if you're not intentional about something, that thing doesn't get done. So let's say if you want to grow, if you want to build a network and you're not intentional about putting into place things that, okay, this is the pattern of how we operate, this is our principle, this is the system that we're going to operate, we're not intentional in doing that, it's not just going to happen. So I propose that certain things that are going to help us to grow. And the very first thing that I propose is, and we discussed on the cruise, those of us who are on the cruise, and to bring it to you guys, is number one, we need to just like we've been having meetings every Sunday, Monday, and Friday, science meetings. What we want to do is we want to drop the Friday science meeting and instead of having a meeting on Friday to talk about the science, have a meeting on Friday to talk about partners. That meeting on Friday will be strategic, where you invite people in your sphere of influence, people who you think may be good partners, or who you think if they hear this, that's going to interest them. You see, guys, I want you guys to dare, because sometimes we do not react to something that we're not exposed to. I will not be here today if my friend Natasha did not reach out to me in March of this year to say, hey, Dieter, do you know about this stuff? Immediately I heard it, there was no opposition. It's because I was exposed to it. When I was exposed, I was like, wow, I see the business opportunity. So I want us going forward in a way to grow and grow a network. to make Friday a dedicated day where we're inviting people to give them exposure. You don't know who you're gonna invite who listens to this and like, wow, the light bulb goes off immediately and like, I want to be a partner. And the best way we're going to grow, is having one of those intentional ways of focus. So that's the first thing we talked about. So going forward, we are going to have Fridays as strictly a day where you invite friends, families, whatever you people that are coming to listen to a business presentation, given by me or given by one of us, going forward to be able to grow. The second thing that we want to do is we want to intentionally, have a mentality of growth. And I want to play a video here. And I want us to have that mentality. Trent made a video about the 5-3-1 rule, and I want to go ahead and find that video and play that video for you guys, because I want us to be intentional. If we're not intentional in this, it will not just happen. So let's see. I'm gonna share the screen, play this video. Let's see.
This pisses me off. They strip table salt down to
Okay. Okay, let's watch this video, and because I want us to become
two minerals, call it healthy, and then wonder why.
If someone uses the Feel Great system properly.
Can you guys hear? If you can hear this, just give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, I'll play this.
They know that it works. And if they've done blood work, they have proof that it works. Because of this, in the coming years, the Feel Great system is going to cover the planet. Now, the manufacturer has a fantastic referral program. Here's how you can make money with it. To make this super easy to remember, just remember the 20 by 5 by 3. 20 stands for 20 customers. If you have 20 customers that order the Feel Great system, you can earn $25 on those customers. So that's a total of $500 per month. There's no limit on how many customers you can have. For example, if you had 100 customers times $25, that's $2,500 per month. 1,000 customers times $25, that's $25,000 per month. But let's start with this 20 customers, because this is a number that I believe anybody can do. Now the 5 stands for 5 partners. Some of your customers that enjoy the Feel Great system might want to become partners and start referring other people. If you were going to start a business today that was going to become wildly successful, who would you want to be a partner with? Do you have friends, coworkers, people that you know that are sharp? They can be your partners too. With each of your 5 partners, you want to help them find their 20 customers. 5 partners times 20 customers each, that's 100 new customers in your business. Now, of course, your partners are going to earn the $25 on their customers. But Unicity pays you $5 on all of your partners' customers. So that's another $500 per month. Every company in America looks kind of like this pyramid. You've got somebody up top making all the money, people in the middle making mediocre money, and the people at the bottom, the grunts, doing all the work and getting paid the least. What I love about this is my new partner is getting the $25, and I'm only getting $5 for teaching them how to do it. To me, this feels both ethical and also powerful, because if I have a bunch of people down here that are winning, I can slowly start winning more and more. 20 stands for 20 customers, 5 stands for 5 partners, and 3 stands for 3 levels. If this is your first level of partners, let's see what it does on the 3rd level. As your 5 partners find their 5 partners, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 new partners, each getting 20 customers. That's 500 new customers in your business. And if you're earning $5 on all of them, that's another $2,500 per month. When 25 new partners go and get their 5 partners, that's 125. This is the power of duplication. 125 new partners times 20 customers, that's 2,500 new customers. Multiply that by $5, which is what you're paid, that's $12,500 more per month. You add these up, 500, 500, 2,500, 12,500. That's $16,000 per month or almost 200 grand a year. And to get this, you just need 20 customers, 5 partners, and 3 levels. And when you get started, there's great training on how to get the 20, the 5, and the 3.
This is the reason.
So I showed, let me stop that. So I showed that video because I think we really need to get intentional when we bring new partners into the business to try to follow that model. If we were intentional in following that model, we can grow. We can grow more than we will otherwise grow. So what I'm advising or what I'm proposing is that when we sign new partners and we all work together collectively, if you sign a new partner, your goal should be first helping that new partner get 20 customers. And it could be 20 customers and five partners. It could be happening simultaneously, helping them. So my front line here, so Festus is in my front line, Beulah is in my front line. So I plan to take a hard look at myself and say, okay, as a partner, the people who are brought on, have I helped them get 20 customers? Have I helped them get 5 partners? And if so, if not, am I failing them? And what can I do? And if we develop that culture, I bring in somebody, I help them get 20 partners, whether it's answering their questions, whether it's telling them of the tools we have. I think for us, we have a great tool, getting 20 customers. I think for us, we have a great tool with our science of bringing in customers. If our new partners could make it a point of just inviting people in their sphere of influence to our science calls, they can easily amass 20 customers over a period of 2 months. I think so. So that is a little bit easier, but working with our partners to do that. And then when you do, after you have done that, the 3 generations is gonna fall in place. What do I mean by that? If it becomes our habit that I sign a new partner and immediately I sign a new partner, I start working with them to get 20 customers and 5 partners. And then I teach them, when you have done this, when you have gotten your partner, what I have taught you, do the same for the person you're bringing in. Help the person that you have signed to get 20 customers and to get 5 partners. That person is going to go and teach the other person who will go and teach the other person. So I think that the generations in terms of the duplication will come if the uplines are leading by example. So that is the third thing that I want to propose, that is going to help us to grow. The other thing is that Raf does a call every Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Central Time, which is 10 p.m. is 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which is a training call. He calls it Duplication Lab. Rav is a crown diamond, just like the lady I was talking about in Puerto Rico. Rav makes $15 to $17 million a year. Rav has been in the business since 2013. When he was going to go to medical school, heard about this business, saw the potential for it and put medical school aside. He has so much wisdom from the failures that he has had, from the struggles, from the trial and error. And his calls are usually very, very loaded with precious gems that you could listen to and like, wow, this is what I'm doing wrong, or I can see how this can help me. So I would advise us as partners on Saturdays. You could just, I'll share the link. You could just pop on your earphones and be listening. Yesterday, when I listened to it, I was actually doing chores, in the kitchen and just listening to it. So those are tools that can help us to grow. That is number 4. And then number 5, one of our partners mentioned that we need to go and listen to the CEO's video. For the interest of time, I'm not going to play that here, but I think we shared the CEO's video in our WhatsApp group. For you to see the owner of the company, what his vision is, what his support for us is. It can give you belief in the fact that what you're doing, you're going to have support. So I just want I want to end there and give room for people to make comments or suggestions or what have you in regards to that. But I think that if we were to do these 4 pillars, having a mindset of let's plant a tree today, so that Amory, who is a diamond, Amory, who is our upline, celebrated as a diamond in the convention. She got into this company 4 years ago because people have gotten in the company and failed. They have taught people what their failures were. People are getting to diamond faster. People are getting to diamond faster. So Amory got to diamond 4 years ago. We can plant our own tree today, and 4 years from today, somebody is gonna say, "Hey, Dr. Festus is a millionaire," or "Hey, Shefe is a millionaire." And we can do that today. It's going to take work. It's gonna take being willing to put the foundation. But if somebody came and told me today, Dr. Dieter, look, if you do this work for the next 5 years, right? Lay this foundation and do this specific stuff for the next 5 years, you'll be a millionaire. I'm going to do everything I can for that next 5 years to lay that foundation. If I know that at the end of that 5 years, I'll be a millionaire. If somebody came and told me today, if what you're doing right now, you continue to do it, you can do that for the next 20 years, 30 years, working a 9-to-5 job, you will never be a millionaire. Or you did this hard work for the next 5 years, you'll be a millionaire. I'll pick the 5 years. So that's the vision I want to cast to us. So if we could have those 4 pillars, plant our seed now so that somebody can talk about our tree 20 years from now, figuratively. Number 2, schedule a business meeting every Friday, replacing the science call, where we're inviting people to get exposed. Because when somebody gets exposed, the mind can go off. Number 3, have a culture where we are doing the 20 by 5 by 3 rule. By bringing a partner, I help that partner get 20 customers. The easy way for us to do this is to bring people to our science calls. There'll be other tools that we can use and we can help. And that can help them to get the 20. We can help them to get 5 partners and then teach them what I've done for you, go do for the next person. And number 4, that 4th pillar is really getting to Ralph's calls every Saturday. If we did that and did that intentionally, knowing that we are laying a foundation, there's a possibility for all of us to have our lives radically changed, and in the process of doing that, change the lives of others. I rest my case. I want to hear what others have to say to this, and so I'll open the floor now up for comments or thoughts and what have you. But I want us to grow. I want us to keep our name. Like right now in North America, we are considered to be the fastest growing leg in North America. And we have the potential to do even more if we can adopt these principles of growth. So what have you guys got to say? Open for comments.
I wanted to say that Amory probably took 4 years, but if you see the way Dr. Kenny is going, he's only 1 year.
Yeah, Dr.
I'm
Kenny is
sure
15 months right now.
Yes, I'm sure he will soon be diamond. But so it's possible to do in a very short time.
Yeah. Yeah. Comments, thoughts, yeah, about any of this things I spoke about?
Oh, hi guys. Julius here. Great
Hey,
presentation
Julius.
there, Dr. Data.
Thank you.
So, something I've been trying to understand. I don't have a lot of resources yet as far as trying to. Even this morning, I was asking my wife Beulah, where can I learn more about this? I went on on TikTok.
Mhm.
I could find very little. I want to learn more about it. So if you have more resources that you can share, as far as the science behind this, because I love that if I want to sell something to somebody, I want to know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm struggling to explain the science, then I have to call you or somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that in order to sell something, you must really know your product, and that's so confidently you have to be able to explain that to sell that.
Yeah.
Then also, as far as the what do you call the other one? There's the science and then the business.
Yes.
On the business side, also, I was not very clear about something. He said the guy there that you played, he brought up something where he has a 25 and 3 rule, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I understood that the 20. Okay, so you sell to 20 customers. They're just regular customers, right? They're buying the
Yeah.
products,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then so for each customer that you sell, you make $25.
Mhm.
So the 5 people, are they part of the? So if you want to say you convert 5, maybe it can be more, right? 5 of them to become partners. Is it part of the 20? Oh, now that's additional 5, so it makes it 25.
It could be part of the 20, but
Yes.
some customers become partners. It could be part of the 20, but the 5 stands alone, even if it comes out of the 20. The thing
Okay.
is that partners extend your tentacles. It's like franchising.
Yes.
See, that's just really what it is. It's franchising yourself. Because you have a partner, that partner now has a reach and a sphere of influence, and people that you will never meet, that partner is gonna bring into the bring in and cause you to gain commissions from.
Okay.
That's where the 5 comes in.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then
Yeah.
now, so these partners, right? Okay. So I have these 5 partners. Now they're under me, right?
Yeah.
Then they sell to 20 customers and convert 5. So the $5, I understand that they get the $25. So is it every level? Let's say I've heard you talk about these people who make millions and stuff like that. Does it mean
Yeah.
that, let's say, the 4 feet 20 generations down, if I might call it that, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yes.
bring that up. Let me just show that really. And Julius, for those of you who don't know Julius, Julius just signed up today. So he signed up today and he's, already asking all of these questions. It shows you that he has fire in his belly. Julius, so a different generation. So just to put it in, and I want to sit down with you and break this down because I think that for the purpose of this meeting, since we're gonna try to end around 6:50, I'll make it short. What I would love to do, and this is what all of us need to be doing when we're bringing new partners who are hungry, is to teach them every single thing that they need to know to be comfortable, because that's how they go and get the next 5. Because if they understand how to sell the business, it's easy for them to get 5 people. And Julius, I can break down everything to you. We could sit down and talk, I explain. But just to make a good a point, your first 3 generations. So let's say the first 3 generations of people, of your partners, you're going to make a 5 to 10% commission from the first 3 generations. Generation 1, generation 2, generation 3. But everybody who is your customer, you're always going to make a $25 commission from them.
Okay.
The regular customers. Let's say you sign a boat and a boat signs me, and then you sign Palm. Palm is 3rd generation to you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I am a boat will be first generation to you. I'll be second generation partners.
Yes. Yes.
Second and third generation, your first, second, and third generation partners, you make a 5 to 10% commission from all of their customers. So
Okay.
if your customers in those generation have 100 customers or 100 or 200 customers, you make a $5 to $10 commission on your first, second, and third generation partners. Now
Okay.
your fourth, fifth, and sixth generation partners, you're only gonna make a 5% a 5% commission. Okay. Then your seventh, eighth, and ninth generation partners, you're gonna make a 3% commission. Your 10th generation partners and going forward, a 1% commission. I'm going to explain the business to you
Okay.
more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I want you who is coming in new and is already on fire to know what you're doing and saying and what have you, because that's how you're going to grow. So good question. But
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to add to that also is the ranking. The
yeah,
ranking is so critical for people because when you rank more, you get more bonus. That
and
bonus
that's
is a big, huge.
yeah,
So
for the purpose of this, right? That's something we could sit down, we can call another meeting and just explain the business, and show the ranking. But you make a point when you advance in rank, you make more money, more bonuses, and you cannot advance in rank without a team. You need a team, you need partners, and that's why. So, but understanding that helps you to be able to teach it to the next person.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
I think that would be helpful for everybody because I don't know that part of the business. So I think Yvette didn't know that part, so we're just going along. So if you can, it helps because sometimes you get asked, how do I get paid? And then you just don't know. So I don't know that part, so I would also like to know. So
Okay.
to get to know the business part of it.
Okay. I think that's important. We're going to get maybe we can plan a meeting on as early as possible where we break down and talk about all of that in detail. Yeah. Anybody has any other comments to,
Yeah, sorry, quickly, Julius here again. I did not, the 3 there, the 20, the 5, the 3. Or was that 3 about?
It's just the level, first generation, second generation,
Okay.
third generation.
Okay, thank
So
you.
imagine it going to fourth, fifth, sixth,
Yeah.
7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10 generation.
All right.
Generation of partners. Yeah. So the third generation just means like your great grandchild, right? You have a child, the child has a child, the child has a child. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
is it possible for us to do that tomorrow? It seems we're so fired up on this before they meet the science core tomorrow.
My schedule is flexible. I don't know about you guys. I am up for doing that, for breaking it down tomorrow. My schedule is flexible to do that tomorrow before, but the question is how many of us, will be available to do that tomorrow. I think we need to do it at a time when as many of us who can benefit from it can be there. And then if there are not many, we'll record it and you can go and listen to it all over again.
Okay, so
Is there anybody who's in this call that will not be available tomorrow? Around that will be at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Central
Central Time,
Central
7
Time.
p.m. Yeah. Julius, you were going to say something?
yeah, this is Felix.
Felix, yeah.
So my question is, of course, you know me well. I'm not a medical doctor. So what I have right now is just my experience. The product worked for me, and that's why I was interested in getting involved. So like the other brother was saying, understanding what you're saying is the key. So if you can help me with some resources to understand it, and that will go a long way.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll make that my assignment. What I'm going to do, right? I'm going to, this is not just for you, it'll be for every other person we're bringing in such a way that they could understand this. So, our science call helps us a lot, but not everybody can be on the science call. It's also good to have something, that you could easily, maybe a brochure or what have you. So, I'm going to make that my assignment so that new partners who are coming into the business, are able to have something simple that they can read, that they understand that, okay, this is why this works, this is why this works. I'll do that so that it's a template that we can disseminate to partners, new partners. So I put that down as a note to self.
Dr. Dina,
Yeah.
in regard to that too, I usually the link your referral link, when you click on it, you go on the bottom, especially for those who want to know like the science about it. It has a lot of research on the bottom. So you click on the link, you go all the way to the bottom. It shows the research and also some testimonials and stuff like that. So for those who want to know like more about the science base about it, that's another quick way to do that.
The thing about that is that goes very in depth into clinical and all of that. We're looking for something that is simple, laymanish, that they could understand. It works because of this. Just it's in a simple layman kind of simplistic way. I get what you're saying, but what you have, it goes heavy into the research and the science, but you want to be able to do it in such a way that somebody simply understands it and can simply explain it. And I think I already have some stuff like that. I just need to put it together. Yeah, so all of these things are very important because you cannot buy into something that you don't understand, and you cannot sell something that you don't understand. So I think that's important. Along the line, right? Once you do this over and over and over and over and over again, it becomes second nature. You understand it. You even switch from telling how it works to just telling people's testimonies or doing a combination of both. So we are 3 minutes away from ending this. I'm going to ask, when do you guys think will be a good time for us to have a business meeting, to break this down in detail?
Okay, for me, I'm good. I think 6 o'clock is a bit early because some people might work in the evening. So I would say maybe like 8 o'clock Eastern time is or after 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Suggestion.
Yeah, the issue is that every Sunday and Monday, Julius, we do the science call at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So tomorrow, when this call ends, at the top of the hour, we'll be starting the routine science call. And Julius, join on the science call tonight and listen.
Yes,
You're
I
going
will.
to hear the science and understand it hugely. And the more you hear it, there's some people who heard me give this science talk over and over again that they can give the talk in their sleep. Yeah, right now, Shefe is one of them, I think. So you get to understand it just listening to the science. But I think we need to really find a time when we are not rushed, to be able to do that. I really think we need to find a time when we are not rushed. My proposal is we look for a 2-hour time on a day like a Saturday and do this. Because to really understand the depths of this, 1 hour will not do us good. The questions that are gonna come up, that are gonna cost us to spend longer than we could. So my proposal is that we should think about doing this on a Saturday where we can sit down for 2 hours and I break down and teach you guys every single thing I know and understand about the business and everything. And we do answers and questions and all of that so that you're very comfortable with that. And we can even talk some little science, but focus more on how the business works, the compensation and all of that. That's what I say we do. I don't think we should do it in a 1 hour time frame. I think it'll be very rushed if we do it in a 1 hour time frame, knowing how much there is to know, and we're not going to we're not gonna leave there with everything that we could know. That's my proposal, that we should do it on a Saturday and do it in 2 hours and plan to have a meeting for 2 hours. Thoughts?
I like the 2 hours, Dr. Dieter. I think it's good. But I don't know about the time on Saturday. If it's daytime, that might be tough. Maybe in the evenings. So
Yeah, we could do it on a Saturday evening. You just, if we can do it on a Saturday evening. Yeah. Okay, let's plan then to do it on Saturday. We could say what time sounds good? 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
yes, 7 Central for me.
Okay, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we'll do that next Saturday. And what I'm even going to do next Saturday, I may invite 1 or 2 heavy hitters, our uplines, to speak about 1 or 2 things, depending on their availability. So we'll do that. Well, thank you guys. And we're going to touch on more of this next Saturday if there are other things that we need to contribute. But I think that we are at a strategic point where we could build a massive empire, that 10 years from now, somebody is going to be talking about us. And if money was not a limiting factor, what is the thing that you're going to do? Are you going to give 100,000 to charity every month? This can help you do that. Are you going to, go watch a football game every day? Or are you going to have more time with your family or what have you? This stuff has huge potential. Huge potential. I end by saying this. If somebody had told me today that Dieter, had told me years ago, Dieter, you're gonna be a millionaire, I'll say you're smoking something dangerous. But now if somebody tells me, Dieter, you're gonna be a millionaire, I know with the same certainty as I know that tomorrow is Monday that I'll be a millionaire, because I see the need. It's a there is a dire need, that we have, in the society, in the world, and we have a solution. Everybody and their mama is sick, and you have a solution. So thank you guys so much. Let me close this call, and then we could log back in so that we could start the meeting starting at now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.